I'm John Shumway. We're back out on Route 30 that is closed westbound, one lane eastbound open, as they're trying to figure out exactly what's the problem and why this road continues to sink. And it is continuing to sink. What you're seeing behind me is one of the drilling units that they brought in from Armstrong Drilling. They are drilling holes and they're doing core samples down below this collapsing road to try and figure out what is failing underneath. They're pretty certain that there is probably an old sewer line, water line, something that has given way, and it's causing a lot of water to run under this road, and as a result it's basically washing out the infrastructure beneath the surface. There's another drilling unit. They're doing samples here. They'll do them all along this about 250 foot stretch of highway in order to figure out what the problem is down below. Now, so far, as you can see with the traffic going past me, they've been able to keep the eastbound lane open. In order to do that, because they were concerned about this concrete, this morning they came in and, as you see, they poured concrete right along the edge. That area there had slipped about 9 inches since yesterday, dropping down. And it revealed the fact that the road, that lane, was not supported by anything for 4 or 5 feet back. So what they did is they brought the concrete in and they pumped it and pushed it in underneath that eastbound lane in hopes that they can solidify that and be able to keep that lane open for eastbound traffic. That's only going to be temporary though, because once they get to the point of making the repairs, they're going to have to close that lane down for the work that they're going to do. Now, the thing I want you to see more than anything else, you see that gap right there? Yesterday, that gap was about, well, I'm going to say 4 or 5 inches wide, and maybe, as you looked at it, 8 inches deep. Come here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, this is not going to be pretty cinematically, but I want you to see this because it's pretty amazing. This is what we're dealing with today. You can see the gap. The gap is probably now a foot or more wide, and it is deep. In fact, let me get down here with it. This is kind of crazy, but let me show you what we're dealing with here. Look at this. You can actually see the different layers of this road as it was built. The different layers of asphalt and the different layers of concrete going all the way down to the dirt down below. And this gap is continuing to widen. And as the gap widens, it is moving further and further away from the other lane. Now, the lane I'm kneeling in is actually the fast lane going westbound. The slow lane going westbound is also separating more and more. Yesterday, it was about a foot to 1.5 feet from the fast lane to the slow lane on the westbound side. I'm going to get away from that noise. Today, that's easily a 2-foot drop or more, and this is just getting worse. Plus, over here on the far side of the road, as we look down the hill down to Electric Avenue, we are starting to see, and I don't think you're going to be able to really pick them up on the camera here, we're starting to see cracks as it is further slipping away. There is one I can show you right here by the side of the guide rail. There you go. Look at this. You see that division? You see that gap? That is since yesterday. It has started to slide here up on the upper side. There is a retaining wall down below, and so far the retaining wall is doing okay. But clearly, this is a developing situation that is not going away anytime soon. The estimates on how long it's going to take PennDOT to fix this, well, they're trying to be optimistic about it, but the reality is, minimum, if they figured out today what the problem was, they're going to have to come in here and excavate out this entire area. Then they're going to have to come in and rebuild it. You got to build it up from the base and then rebuild the road. We're talking easily weeks here. Officially, they're saying days. But I've seen enough roads constructed in our area and seen what they have to go through. We're talking weeks that this is going to be closed. In the meantime, everybody gets detoured. As you can see, there's a lot going on out here. We're going to stay with it. We're going to talk to PennDOT. We're going to check with the experts, and we'll have more for you tonight on KDKA-TV News at 5 and 6. I'll see you then.